All right, this is the update. My name is Donovan Sadiq. As a lot of you guys already know, I'm going to give you the update on the latest shenanigans going on in the city politics of Moreno Valley. Today, and we want to apologize, first of all, I would like to apologize. I heard there was a lot of audio problems with my last announcement, so I'm going to go ahead and do that again for you right now. The Committee M case that Victoria Baca says does not exist has now been set for trial. And the trial date is August 5th. So disgraced, recalled Victoria Baca and her goon squad are telling everybody Donovan's a liar, or he doesn't know what he's talking about, nothing ever came of it, oh, don't worry about it, there's no case, he's making it up. For a case that I'm making up, you need to tell that to the Riverside DA, because they set a trial date today for August 5th. So if you are still in doubt, you could meet me down at the Riverside County Court building August 5th. And here's the bad thing about that. Now, we know disgraced, recalled Victoria Baca is running for her seat. When a candidate runs for their seat during an election cycle, this doesn't look good, because a lot of people have ethics and they might not vote for you because you're involved in some serious stuff or allegations of stuff. Nobody says you're guilty, but you're involved in it. And this has to do with embezzlement. And this embezzlement case, like I've said and what I've witnessed and what I've read, leads into money laundering. And everybody goes, well, where do you come to that conclusion? This is a conclusion that was given to me by the FPPC, who told me that I need to notify local law enforcement because that's what it looks like to them. So again, this is not very good if you are a candidate. This is great if you're an opponent, because not only has Victoria Baca been recalled, which means she was fired from her job for whatever reasons, now she is involved in not one, but 2 investigations, and one is going to trial August 5th. So a lot of stuff there. And what's really bad about that is the simple fact that the people involved in that report are subject to be subpoenaed to testify under oath. And this is what Victoria Baca did not want to happen. Because when you're involved in a serious case like this, that could go into something else, it can open up a lot of doors. And that is one thing she does not want to do. Now, you got to also think about this. What about the people she has told this case doesn't exist? Mr. Sadiq is lying, or from what I've been hearing, the term isn't Mr. Sadiq. It kind of like it begins with an N, if you know what I mean. So, a lot of people don't like that. They might have faith in a person, but when they find out that you're telling them a lie, bank robber Jimson, it really, really puts a lot of thought in how they vote. So if this case does not exist, I wish somebody would tell the Riverside District Attorney, because they've set the date for August 5th. And that is not good, again, because the people involved in that report, in that allegation, are now subject to subpoena. I myself, as a rebuttal witness, I'm not on anybody's side. I'm a rebuttal witness for what I filed with the FPPC and what I know. I'm subject, and most likely I am going to be subpoenaed, most likely. I hope I'm not, but it could happen. And if I'm subpoenaed and I testify, and I could testify to numerous things, to Mrs. Baca's credibility, Mrs. Baca's history, to what I know it is, and, all kinds of things. And this is what Miss Baca doesn't want to do, because number one, she's in election season, and I'm in an election season because I haven't decided what I'm going to do. And it takes up a lot of your time. But I'm only going as a witness. I'm not going as anything else. So do your homework. The Committee M was started by Miss Baca. Now, I'm not sure which Miss Baca, but they're all one thing. I don't know if, who actually is the thing, but the Committee M was headquartered at Mrs. Baca's office. So there's an old saying that where the plan is hatched, that is the nest where the plan is hatched. That's who you would think would be subject to being the leader of that. And we know how Miss Baca gets down. She doesn't open accounts in her name. She goes through other people and money launders through other people and get kicked back and all kinds of stuff like that. So do not be surprised if you're out there and you have a subpoena sent to you. And one thing about a subpoena, you can't resist a subpoena, because if you resist it, they will come and get you. And, that's a form of obstruction of justice, because you were called to come and testify. So we're going to stay on top of that for everybody out there and let everybody know. But for the people of the new District 1, all I can say, and this is my 2 cents, and all I can say is this. I've done a lot of the footwork here. If you still feel that Victoria Baca, recalled, disgraced Victoria Baca, is a candidate you would like to see on that dais, the information is out there for you to make your own decision. It doesn't matter to me which way it goes, but the information is out there. She has a history. She has a reputation. Some might say it's good. Some might say it's bad. That's up to you to decide. I'm not here to try to convince you of anything other than what you can find out for yourself. But speaking for myself, I can honestly tell you I'm not voting for her. Now, for those of you who are looking at bank robber Jimson, yeah, we're in a tough situation. We have worse and worser. And all I can say is I've done everything that I can do. And I'm going to continue to do everything that I can do to make sure that these candidates have our interests at stake. But I can't do this stuff by myself. We need you to help us. It doesn't help me or anybody else in the city or the district if we keep electing these unethical leaders. I don't care what Ms. Jimson did 32 years ago. As I've said, the problem is she took my choice away. She took my election away. I feel that I would have done a lot more if I had sat on that dais like I was supposed to sit on that dais. But it's going to be up to you. There's a lot of bank robber Jimson's friends that are saying, you have got to be blind to think that you're not going to run for that seat. Well, again, and that's a good observation. I believe I put in a lot of work. I believe I've shown the proof. I've shown the emails and the advocacies that I've done to do such. And I'm a veteran. So above and beyond a lot of people sitting on that dais, the only person that's a veteran, well, there's two of them now, is Gaiba and Molina. So I believe I have a right, more so than most people, to go sit on that dais, because I picked up a rifle and I fought for your freedom as well as my own. But that, again, I don't care what anybody says, that is not my motivation. And I've told you guys time and time again, I believe I serve this district better doing what I'm doing right now. But if we are in a situation where we have no choices, I will do what I think is right. And I don't believe LaDonna Jimson should be sitting on that dais because she was not transparent. She continually hides the facts. She is a bank robber. That is ultimate fact. We have to get out of the business of rewarding bad behavior. What about the people who follow the rules, that have never been convicted of a crime? What about those people? Why does Moreno Valley, we constantly elect people of ethical questioning? You know, they have questionable ethics. So again, I am going to do everything that I can to make sure that Victoria Baca nor LaDonna Jimson get that seat. But it's up to you. I can't do it by myself. I need you guys to research these candidates. And we need to go in a different direction. Let's look at the facts. Who has been doing the work? Everybody likes to take photo ops. Victoria Baca did it. LaDonna Jimson does it. I advocated for $280,000 of street repairs here in Edgemont and in some of the district. And I constantly are on them about what needs to be done in our district. The emails are here. Check it out on the page if you don't believe it. If you need more clarification, there's transparency right there for you. But my main motivation is not to run for office, because I am very satisfied at the fact in the recall election that I won that election by default. And you know it's got to be true when Baca supporters also believe that I won that election by default. And that's my only motivation. My motivation is to get the best candidate to represent us in District 1. We have had such bad representation, and I think we deserve better. So that's my 2 cents. That's the latest. August 5th, the Committee M case has now gone to trial. August 5th, people will be subpoenaed, and we're going to keep you updated on the shenanigans that are going on with that. Now, if Victoria Baca spins it, she can spin it all you want. You can't debate facts. Donovan Sadiq, hey, have a great weekend. I know I will.